Here goes a medical district bus right there, Trinity. Pretty big one. We're gonna drop this off at your doorstep. Benito's. Got it. All right, try to get out of this. West Magnolia, Thursdays, they have trivia night. So it's trivia, almost in all these little all these little restaurants, you know, these little restaurant things. I don't really know. Some of them are cafes, some are restaurants, Mexican food places, some are German, like the Radler. They're having trivia. All right. And this will probably cut off once the Apple CarPlay kicks in. Yeah, so if you hook up Apple CarPlay, it'll cut off the camera for a slight second. So we're gonna get everything settled right here, and then we're gonna drop off your bonitos. Your bonitos! All right. So we're in the West Magnolia. We got your bonitos. And we're gonna try to get it going on because Waze lags. We've got 1.2 miles. We'll be there in 5 minutes. It'll arrive at 8:07 in the PM, as in post meridium, or I say post meridium, as in yum. Post meridium, all right? And we'll be there and we'll drop it off at your front doorstep in no time at all. All the way from Colorado. That means we've got that right there. There it is. It's all about the exactness. We got that, which is a drink. It's a soda. That's the reminder right there that we have a soda. So we don't forget the soda. Because many times I forget the soda if I don't have that up there. That's why it's there. 3 minutes from now, 8:08 in the PM. This is really weird what they've done to the railroad here, because they put up all of these bushes, it was not like that when I was a kid. So I'm gonna look at it. I used to walk this railroad track to R.L. Pascal pretty much every day, weekdays. That would take me to R.L. Pascal High School. And those bushes right there weren't there. So, anyway. Good thing they didn't have those bushes there when I was, walking, because you could be in clear sight. Those bushes are going to keep it kind of contained, which is not as safe, but that's okay. Meaning, anyone that would walk those tracks, the bushes are kind of there, and it's kind of, I don't know. It looks just kind of weird, kind of creepy. But they're there to like, cover up the train, so the neighborhood doesn't have to look at the passing train, which I think is stupid. I think the trains are cool, so I don't know. That's what they did over the last 10 years. They put those huge hedges up there, so it's not as, I don't know. The railroad's not as a reminder on when it's there. And also, if you're running through there and there's a railroad track there, then, I don't know. I don't know if that's safe. I don't know. I guess they think it is. A brick wall would be better than bushes. You can get through bushes and then there's a train coming, But I don't know. To me it seems kind of odd, an odd design. But I guess the bushes are there to, protect you from looking at the eyesore of the train. Where are they from? All the way from Illinois. Illinois, I've been there. That's Chicago. Well, Chicago's inside of Illinois. It's a city in Illinois. I've been to Chicago. I've been to New York. I've been to Los Angeles. I've been to Palm Beach, Florida a couple times. I've been to New Mexico. I've been to Las Vegas. I guess that's Nevada. And I've been to Paris, France. I've been to Czech Republic. Stayed in Czech Republic for about a couple of weeks. I've been to Canada, St. Andrews in Canada. I lived in New York for a year, and I lived in Long Beach, California for a year. I lived in Maine for 17 months, and mostly in Dover, Foxcroft, but also lived in Guilford and Parkman, Maine. Or Parkman, Guilford, and then Dover, Foxcroft, in that order. Fort Worth always pulls me back. I don't know. It's the barbecue, I guess. I don't really know what it is. I like the Jason's Delis. I like the barbecue. I like the restaurant life and everything like that. And the theaters here are pretty cool. It's a pretty cool theater town. They've got some good ones like Stage West, Circle Theater, Casa Manana, Hip Pocket Theater. Man, they got a lot of stuff. Trunk. Open. Swing. There we go. Okay. And we got this right here. Look at all of them. That's funny. There's a whole group. Golden Retrievers. They're real loyal. Oh, that's a funny bark. I don't know. I don't think they mean harm. They act like it, though. Dogs act. They're not really. Some bite, though. I've got one dog bite right here. My friend Rob Vasquez, his Rottweiler, what was it? I don't know. It was like maybe a half pit bull, half lab dog. What's that called? Not lap dog. He used to have a lap dog. He had a for many years. I wish he would have kept that dog, but it couldn't last forever. He had a look at him, they're all quiet. He had a Chihuahua. Yeah, it was a Chihuahua for a while. Petey, they called him Petey. Now, his other dog was a Labrador, maybe, if that's a dog, and I think it was a Rottweiler and a pit bull, and it was mean. His name was Kane, and he bit me right here. You can see the fang mark right there. See it? And it hurt. It hurt so bad. So I immediately jumped into the bathroom. He also clawed my leg. And the dog was just out of control. He also bit Dana in the butt. This is a long time ago. So I ran to my car. I had a little laser. It was my sister's. And she gave it to me. So I drove immediately to the ER and told them what happened. They looked at my hand. And they made a report. The police visited him and told him, you may have to put a muzzle on your dog, But we just wanted to make sure it didn't have rabies. So Rob went back to the ER with me because I filed the report. So they wouldn't put the dog down. So he said that the dog was okay and it was not slobbering from its mouth the next day, and that it did not have rabies or something. So that way it was filed that he had monitored the dog for 24 to 48 hours. Because they do that. Like if it was a Cujo case. Then later the dog bit Dana on the butt. It's a horrible place to get bit. Because it was mean. And then the dog died. Kane died a few years back. Maybe like 10 years ago or more. Rob told me about it. Anyway, that's what happened there. And I'm always weary about dogs. Although I need to get over that. I'm still okay with cats. I'm not afraid of cats. Although, here's a true story. My second wife, my first one I divorced. So my second one I married, Angel. Her mother's cat was named Skittles, and he would immediately draw blood, usually from the hands. He'd just scratch you, and he would just draw blood. He was a mean cat. Only Denise, who's my ex-mother-in-law, could handle the cat. The cat was, mean. Not a little mean. Very mean. You would go up to him and go, "Hey, Skittles," and then he would go running under the couch. It was not friendly at all. Wild and crazy cat, that cat was. The most fierce cat that I've ever come across was my mother-in-law's cat, Skittles, which hopefully by now they put it down, because that cat would be old by now. Romeo didn't even survive that cat. Romeo was the cat that I brought back from Maine. He was a black and white tuxedo. Not the one now. Edmund's a different one. Romeo didn't survive. Romeo lived among Skittles for a while. And then he was fed. And Romeo was given to a man in Johnston County who died on the end of his bed and was buried. So Romeo had a burial in Texas in Johnston County. Mojo died in up north in Maine. He got bit by a raccoon or squirrel. It got infected, and they tried to keep him alive with antibiotics, and he died. So now we have Edmund, tuxedo, black and white. Cassavetes is his last name, and he's better. I had to discipline him last night a little bit. He wasn't acting right last night. He was clawing the walls, clawing the carpet, running around, really wanting to play. And I played with him. I gave him the laser light. And I had to discipline him a little bit. I put him in the bathroom. He doesn't like that. Just to keep him away so I could sleep. And sometimes he has to be put in a contained environment, usually the bedroom. And I'll sleep on the couch. I'm like, you just go in the bedroom, do what you need to do in the bedroom, tear it up, whatever. He'll start bouncing around the walls. Romeo did that a little bit. Those tuxedo cats are called tuxies. They're black and white. They do go a little nutty. They will get hyper and just start going after the legs and ankles and all kinds of stuff. So he went into a room and was contained, and now he's okay. He usually has the whole apartment rather than, well, I shut off the bedroom usually for the day, and then I open the bedroom for the night. So he has the bedroom for the night. And then look at this. And that's Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes' story, and Romeo Mojo and all the other cats. Right, as you can see, there is I guess you call that the umbrella, and you guessed it, the drink. So that's a safeguard. So they'll get their drink. All right, let's drop off their drink. And I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this for them. I didn't see the umbrella. I'll just re-ring the doorbell, make sure they got the package. I did. And they'll realize their drink. I haven't said anything yet. Oh boy. Sometimes they do have foolproof kind of stuff. These areas of Fort Worth are really cool. They've got these libraries. This one has lights in it, so you can see children's books, things like that. You can drop a book off, and you can trade books out. Let me see what they got. If I want to be able to hear this, I can turn this off. Be able to hear the thing go off because I can hear it. Sometimes remind me, at least the Bluetooth will shadow it out if you have everything on. Let me see something. Okay, mostly children's. Eve Bunting is actually really good. This one is The Commanders and Bob Woodward. Right here. This is about the people that are commanders in our country. So basically, it's a good one to know about. I'm not gonna take any of these books, but this is a good way to get education. It's Bob Woodward. Now, what Bob Woodward did was he basically discovered that there was corruption with Richard Nixon. He worked with a guy named Carl Bernstein, and they did a movie called All the President's Men, and that's who Bob Woodward was. He was played by Robert Redford. Carl Bernstein was played by Dustin Hoffman. This is about the commanders right here. They're pretty educated in this area. The Coast of Dreams. Huh, I haven't seen this one. Children's stories too. I'm writing a children's story myself. Get ideas. He Calls You Beloved. It's a Christian drama. Christian book. It could be a Christian drama. Here's the writer of it. K.A. Cooley. Heard of it. My friend Annie, a true story of fake Harris. Or Anna, sorry, Anna. Anne McEwen Atonement. Okay. Oh, interesting. National bestseller. They made a movie about this. This one's tempting to take right here. It's a good movie. Another one right there. Crenshaw. I've heard of that. I think I've heard of that. Central India. This was probably given by Kate Thistlethwaite right here. She went to India. I think she married a guy from India or something like that. I'll miss you in the morning. Oh, yeah. The Very Hungry Calip. Yeah, I remember this right here. This is great. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. There's the egg. It's a great children's story. On Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. Pretty cool. Here we go. He started to look for some food. Huh. Okay, here he goes. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. Sounds like me. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. 1, 2, 3, and 4. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the one where you can use like a little worm. Okay. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. All of that right there. Also, that night, he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big fat caterpillar. But he built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon and pushed his way out. He was a beautiful butterfly. He was a beautiful butterfly. There's the writer. Or at least someone reading the book. Oh, no. This is the owner of the book. Here's the writer. Eric Carl. For my sister, Krista. Cool. Yeah, this is a nice little stop. I like the lights right here. It's pretty interesting. This was also another good one. Frog and Toad and are friends. Wabi. Really looking here for some good stuff. I'm gonna leave the Bob Woodward book. The Bob Woodward, I think, is, also the Atonement too. I may come by here and drop off all my books instead of trying to sell them. It's Sarah Rose, Sam. They'd have a bunch of Sam Shepard. What's this David Mamet stuff? Like all looking through. Tennessee Williams, what? You never know. They would be getting a lot of plays. I've got tons of them that are out of print. I could drop off my Grotowski book about Towards the Poor Theater. It's out of print. That thing's probably worth a few $100s maybe. I only have it. It's out of print, so it cannot be copied. You can't get it, not to my knowledge. But I have a copy of it. It has photos inside. Marjorie Hayes gave it to me. It's called Towards the Poor Theater by Grotowski, Jerzy Grotowski. It's out of print right now. I'll probably hang on to that one. Yeah, we got this right here. It's a black cat. It's got a collar on it too, so they can track it. See the collar? So they can hunt that cat down. Now I've talked to people at PetSmart and Petco. You can get a GPS collar for cats. It has an app and everything. So you can monitor your cat's behavior and where the cat goes throughout the neighborhood. It's a true story. You can do it, yeah. They're expensive. But the GPS device goes on the collar, not in their ear or anything. The chip actually is just an identifier. So you put the chip in their ear or the chip in wherever it goes in their body, in the cat's body. It's only to identify the cat. So if they find the cat as a stray, they'll look for a chip. If the chip identifies, with the owner, then the owner is I guess found through a phone number that's left with the chip. But they don't have a GPS tracker on the chip yet. But they do have a GPS tracker on the collar. So they'll never have a GPS tracker chip for people, or we'll go to war. And many of the Christians will have to go to the desert because the government cannot control them to that level. They can't. If you're going to accept the chip, then you're allowing the government to know exactly where you are, where you're going, everything about you. And all buying and trading will be tracked through the chip, which will probably be placed in the palm. They don't know for sure. There's different theories. But now they're experimenting with a chip that can be traced, and it can go into an animal, like a pet, like in his ear. So you'll be able to know where your cat is at all times, and that's going to be kind of a weird thing. I don't know. The collar thing is okay because you can always take that out, or you can take it off. If someone's trying to track your own cat, if someone like a hacker tries to track your cat down, they could track the cat through the collar. And it's kind of weird if they want to try to get your cat and hold it hostage and say, look, I'll give you your cat back for $20,000 or something like that, or $1 million. Some people might pay just to get their pet back. They love their dogs and animals that much. So you got to be careful. But the chip thing will help. If the cat gets lost, they can trace it and go, okay, we can call this number and it goes to this person. It's also an ownership issue too. Because some people could steal your cat and say, hey, it's my cat. I've had this cat all my life. It just looks like your cat. Well, if you have the chip in the ear, then you're like, okay, and you get a warrant, and then you can have the cat checked and reclaim that cat. Some people will go to that extent to reclaim their cat. My cat's a stray. He has no chip or anything. Also, about the collar, if you have a collar on your cat, a vet, let's say if you get your cat neutered or spayed, okay? Or you get your cat, you take your cat in to get rabies shots or something like that. They do give a collar out that you can put on your cat that will identify that cat was taken care of at that vet by this person. It's a number that goes on it, because my vet gave me it's like a little metal thing. It's got a number on it, and that identifies that cat getting that treatment because we got the cat neutered. And I don't know that they did rabies shots or not, but they did get the cat neutered, and so that identifies that cat belongs to the people that were involved in and the neutering of that cat. I guess that's how they do it. And then you can put that on a collar if the cat was traveling. So if you went to travel, that little device helps identify that particular cat. Or you can just put a collar on it with a name. You can just say, like, my cat is named Tuxie is his middle name, or Tuxedo. His first name is Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes, so it'd be ETC, Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes. I put a collar on him and just initial it ETC, so that I'll be able to identify it if he goes on a plane or he gets on, something happens. I can say, well, he has a collar on that says ETC, and you can also put your phone number on that. You can get that done at, I think they used to do it at Walmart. Home Depot used to do it. Other places will do it where you can get a specialized cat collar that'll identify your cat with a phone number. That works as well as the chip. Right, we're going to Wabi house, and that's where they have sushi. I call it the Wabi house. And we'll be there in 2 miles and 4 minutes, and it's 8:40 on the arrival. They got really good Coke Zero there. I'm a non-drinker, so I don't drink at all. Very rarely will I have an Aqua Velva. I do that because I like the movie Zodiac. And Robert Downey Jr.'s character actually did not drink the Aqua Velva, I found out. The Aqua Velva was a drink that Jake Gyllenhaal's character drank in Zodiac. And I gotta find out the character's name. He was a cartoonist for the San Francisco Chronicle. They do share the drink. Okay. Robert Downey Jr. played the journalist that tried to find the Zodiac killer. Great movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I'd say top 10. I don't put it on my top 10. I never put my stuff on the top 10. I put all the classic stuff on top 10. I'm sorry, top 10. But the Zodiac will be a classic. And so a lot of Fincher stuff. We're looking at Fort Worth right here. See the Zodiac. It's a really, really creepy movie. Linda and I wrote a song called The Zodiac. But it's creepy. And they drink an Aqua Velva. Aqua Velva, oh man, I did vodka and gin. And it's got something weird in it. It's blue water. And it has a weird name. I can't recall it, unfortunately. But I did the other day. So I'll look it up. I was talking about The Zodiac, which is a movie by the director known as David Fincher, starring Robert Downey Jr. and Jake Gyllenhaal. And Jake Gyllenhaal's character is a cartoonist. He's the one that drinks the Aqua Velva drink. It's a drink that you drink at a bar. It is vodka, gin, Sprite, or you can use lemon and lime juice, and they mix in blue, Curaçao. Okay, so it's like Curaçao, but it's an island. Okay, they don't put an island in the drink, but it's based on an island that's the province of the island. It may be Portugal. It's a Portugal province. So Portugal, the Curaçao. I'm gonna ask the bartenders, they all know it. It's a blue drink. It just looks funny. But it's called an Aqua Velva. It's vodka, gin, lemon and lime, or Sprite. They can use Sprite. And then they put in Curaçao, blue. I don't even know how to say it. It's Curaçao, something of that nature. Curaçao. It's based on an island that's the province of Portugal. It's the drink I used to get a Long Island iced tea. That's easier. That's all of it mixed together. That's how you know what a Long Island iced tea. They just put almost everything in it. The Long Island has a kick. When I got older, I went, okay, let's just do vodka and gin. The Long Island has like vodka, gin. I think they even do tequila sometimes. They mix everything in it, and it's fine. You need that one drink, and you're good for the night. If you do something else, then you're in trouble. I've thrown up after a Long Island before if I went for wine after. Ooh, there goes the ways. Yeah. Okay, but I don't drink. I don't drink at all. Look at that little dog right there. Yeah, he is talky. R2. Yeah, it makes me mad. Anyway, this is the WABI house right here. Wabi is what I call it. The Wabi house. Sometimes. I don't know. I just don't like that word very much. Wabi. Hey, Wabi. All right. We're gonna get a Coke Zero. And they get it. Hang on. Nope. Not yet. And I'm gonna bring these right here, my backup glasses. I need bifocals. If you want to give, my PayPal is Lyft. Oh man, we're having a roll tonight. My PayPal is PayPal. It's gonna be paypal.me/Cole Spivey. It's in my description. Hopefully the money's still going to me. I did get some money not very long ago from a Bandcamp, so it's still working. But someone named Sabrina Gear gave me $200. I have no idea who it is. I thought it was a distant relative of Richard Gere, but they spell it Gear, so it's not. Since I did a scene with Richard Gere at the Actors Studio, I figured it was about time he paid me. Anyway, That's the Wabi house right there.